So FedEx truck just showed up. Oh, we got a little friend that joined. But our worms just came from Uncle Jim's worm farm. Got a bag of worm food as well. We got 2,000 worms. So we've got our worm compost bin already. So let's go ahead and head on down and go put these in. Fortunately, the smoke is all clearing out of here finally. So hopefully everybody is safe in all the different wildfires. And you guys back east with all the floods. Got our worm compost bin here that we made the other day. We've been putting our scraps in here, some straw, some leaves, and added some soil that we had. Got everything nice and wetted down. So let's go ahead and get our worms in.
With these worms, you can see a fly. This is with these worms. This worm. These worms, Daddy.
Yeah?
Yeah, they come later.
Here we go, look.
This is fish worms.
So here the little ones are. Get some water added into them here and get them nice and fresh. These just got ordered on Sunday and it is Wednesday afternoon, so they came quite quick. So let's get some moisture on here and we'll get them in. So we've gotten them all wet. Go ahead and stick them in.
They're beautiful.
They're beautiful. Look at all those worms.
It's all free fun. Lots of fun worms.
Great little bundles of worms.
They've been taking you.
Go ahead and spread them out into the garden.
What happened, Daddy?
Because we did get 2,000 worms. Oh, look at that ball.
It's a ball of worms. Men. But this is big fruits. Daddy, what this is some water.
Yeah, let's put some water in for them. Put some food in for them, and then we'll close it up for the night.
This is sibling. This is sibling, Daddy. I said the word.
So we've got our worms added in, wet everything down, put some fresh scraps in, and also some of their food provided by Uncle Jim's worm farm. And so we'll throw another little layer of soil over this just to keep in any smells and moisture. And we've got ourselves officially a worm farm going.
What's that sound?
So we got a stand built in a tray for our worm compost bin. That way we can catch any runoff and make teas out of that for our garden. Just built a very simple little stand for it. The stand is just tall enough to slide a bucket over here on the left-hand side. So right here we'll go ahead and put a hole here and a little spout there so we can fill the bucket. This front hole that came with this pan, this is just a water heater pan. That hole is going to be too high for us to use, so we'll just plug that off. But it at least catches all the runoff out of here, so we can make that useful. And we got our worms in there going now. So the worm compost bin is complete, and now we just continue adding to it and enjoying the benefits. Got about 1/3 of our pile out of here. Some of you may be saying, why didn't we compost this or add it to the worm bin? This actually has a lot of clippings from these plants right here along the edge, which I know they are poisonous. So I just didn't want to add those to anything. There's a lot of them in there, so that just adds more risk to either our chickens or our compost pile. It may be completely safe, but I'm not knowledgeable enough to make that decision. Big changes. It's probably the first time many of you will see the whole yard cleaned up. This will be the chickens' run. Right here, this fence will go straight over to this post. We'll have a gate through here, so we'll continue to enter in through our normal gate right over here into the chicken run, and then we'll go through another gate into the garden. So it's a nice big size. It's right around 20 by 20, so they should have plenty of space. We don't plan on having too many to start with, but as I see around everywhere, that's what everybody always says, so we'll see how many we actually end up getting. Did a little work on the chicken coop, so let's take a look at that. Got all the tools stuffed in there right now, but we've got our hinge on. So our nesting box lid is complete. Flips back nicely and just sits right up there. Also added some pieces in here just to kind of close in those gaps. If you guys remember in previous videos, there was a gap between the interior wall and what will be the exterior wall. So got all that closed in. Got this roof complete. And so I turned the bead roll on the outside for this one just to give it a good aesthetic and kind of a clean finished look. There'll be a piece of trim that goes in here as well as over here to kind of cover that up. But overall, works quite well. We'll put a latch over here so nothing can get in. On the inside, we also added that bead roll lumber facing down. And so where the door is, you don't have it. That's the lid that we open for the nesting box. This will be the nesting box in here. So we just added that in. It served two purposes. One, it gave a finished look inside here. And also, when we take a look out here, when I put these roof on, I needed that gap in there. So that makes that even all the way down. These bottom ones are faced out for the lid. The bottom ones are faced down for the interior. So small amount of progress since the last video. We do have we got our hardware cloth, a 1/2 inch. So hopefully that should be sufficient. That'll go over this window here, along with probably a piece of plywood at first, but eventually I'd like to put a piece of plexiglass in there for the winter and be able to open that up for the summer. A little smoky today. Smoke's been in and out. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.